This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
So here's what we're going to do. We want to thank everybody out in our listening audience, you folks out there right now. We want to thank you. We want to thank all of our segment sponsors. We want to thank all of our radio partners. We want to thank Holly Allen. We want to thank Steve. We want to thank everybody that's in the studio today. So here's what we're going to do. You ready, Steve? I'm ready. We're going to give everybody that's associated with Lunch with Bryan and Steve a round of applause. So everybody clap with me right now as we give them all a round of applause. I know that you can't I know that you can't
see that on the radio, Bryan.
I know that you can't, those of you on the radio can't see, but you don't hear my hands clapping, but they are, because I'm just trying to clap and tell everybody how much I appreciate them. So welcome in. It is Lunch with Bryan and Steve. This is episode 33. So in case you don't know, in case you haven't heard, we're on WZOB 1250 AM, 100.9 FM. If you go to WZOBradio.com, click the Listen Live button, you can catch us there. We're also live streaming on Facebook, at least we should be. I think everything worked when we tried to get it set up later. We're also going to have archived on YouTube from WZOB and FPTV. And if you go, which I need to double check here in just a second, that we are live on FPTV. If you go to the FPTV app, we're good there. So we are all over. As Pitbull is, we are worldwide. So welcome in. Steve Chambers, welcome to the show. You ready for 33?
I'm ready for 30. That's unbelievable.
Isn't that unbelievable? Holly, are you ready for 33?
I'm here.
You're here? Okay.
I'm here and I'm ready.
So let me go ahead and do our segment sponsor before I set up the rest of the show. Our segment sponsor for this first segment is First Fidelity Bank. DeKalb County is serving DeKalb County and surrounding communities since 1965 with offices in Fort Payne, Rainsville, and Ider. First Fidelity Bank can help you with all your banking needs, including online banking and bill pay, mobile banking with mobile capture, and more. Locally owned and operated, First Fidelity Bank offers family-style service. Visit one of our convenient locations or go to bankffb.com. You'll notice up in the corner we have the logo for First Fidelity Bank. They'll be our segment sponsor for this first segment of Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We're so thankful to have them with us and excited to have you guys with us on episode 33. So today's episode, Steve, who do we got?
Mr. Eric Dudash.
You got to talk louder. Into the mic.
Eric Dudash.
Eric Dudash, that's right. Former, let's see, I guess I should read his bio before I start claiming all the things that he's done. But he served in the U.S. Air Force.
He was in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yes, a lot of things. But most notably, and probably most importantly, he helps coordinate the DeKalb County Fair, which is next week.
That's right.
And that's a bigger deal. So that's a joke. All you military people, that's a joke. Okay.
What?
So,
what?
are you listening?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm checking with my people.
She's already zoned out.
I was just checking on our sound. I was just checking on our sound.
It only
To
took
see if
2
this-
minutes.
It is
today.
3 minutes into the episode, and you're already done, huh? Shut it down. All right. So,
She's eating a bag of chips and talking over there.
so next week is
Okay.
probably one of the biggest weeks in DeKalb County, the fair, when everybody descends upon the fairgrounds, and I do mean everybody.
Everybody.
Descends upon the fairgrounds to get 2-for-1 unlimited ride bracelets and elephant ears and what all you
Their cheeseburgers aren't bad.
The VFW food is always real good,
It's
too.
very good. I mean, Gary Brecka would have a stroke walking through it,
Yeah.
but it's very good.
That's one way to put it.
He occupies way too much space in your brain.
That he does. I know. And I can't eat anything without thinking about him. But the food is fantastic. It is very, very good. The rides are fantastic. It's amazing. You know, you just don't think about that they set it up in one day. Don't think about
Right.
that.
Don't
Just get
think
on the
about
ride.
the accident that
Those
just happened
nuts and bolts
recently.
on the ground, they didn't
Don't look online for all the videos of fair rides go bad. Don't do that. Just get on there, plop your ticket down.
Say
and
God is
have at it.
sovereign.
Have at it. Have at it. You're going to go when you're going to go. So Eric Dudash will be on our show here in a little bit, and also a little bit later, I got a special guest coming in for us.
You do?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Good.
We're going to talk a little. I just did not feel. So we did the cat chat this morning. So here, let me set everything else up. Back up a little bit. So we're off our fall break, and we've talked about this. Some of y'all know this. Most people in Fort
Are you
Payne.
glad to be back?
I am. It was fun. We had a great time. I took most of my family, save the 2 boys that play football. I went to Washington D.C. and so we had a great trip. We flew back yesterday. I got in last night. I started doing a little bit. I did some show prep there because there were some things that happened that I want to talk about on the show today that were pretty cool and funny. But then hit the ground running this morning. So we have got a full week of stuff that I normally do Monday through Friday that I'm having to put in on Thursday and Friday. So Cat Chat, which is normally on Wednesdays at lunch, around lunchtime, Coach Elmore comes down and we video and tape Cat Chat. Cat Chat. Wow, that was hard to say.
Cat chat.
Got it. And but he had to come in this morning because we just got in. So we did cat chat this morning, got that sent off. Anyway, I just felt like the amount of time that we gave towards Gadsden City was insufficient for just a single segment of 5 minutes of cat chat. So I've asked Coach Elmore to come in later on the show, and we're going to just kind of talk a little bit more football because there was so much good that happened
Let's
in
just
that Fort Payne.
show the film and dissect
Yeah, you got that loaded up. I'd love to see it.
That's true. So anyway, he'll be here a little bit later too to just talk a little bit more. I wanted to kind of dive into some of the details of how they did what they did Friday night, which was remarkable. I mean, I don't know how. I was shocked. I told him, and I said it on the radio Friday night, I was not surprised that we won. I thought we had a chance to win. I was surprised the way we won.
They have kids that can run backwards faster than some of our kids, and we contained them. And they never, I asked Coach Kemp Sunday, I said, why did they never throw the ball to number 7? I mean, he's apparently good enough for Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think, and Coach Elmore kind of thought the same thing, and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
We had him blanketed.
Well, once we went up by as much as we went up, by 3 scores, they already, and they got the ball off the opening kickoff of the second half with a fumble by Fort Payne, inside Fort Payne territory, and went backwards. And so I think at that point, and Coach Elmore thought so as well, that they kind of started to hit the panic button and started to force some things that they had not been forcing before and kind of got out of their groove. And the defense, I mean, 17 points all game long. It was unbelievable. I mean, the defense. So you can't just go, well, the offense was able to score points. The defense putting pressure with four linemen all night long. And it was 4 different. I mean, it was not just Mason Chandler, who is Fort Payne's obviously the dominant person on the front. But
all of them. And our punter kicker's a weapon.
Very much so. And really most everything, there's some mistakes that Fort Payne made, but and everybody knows this. Alabama proved it out with 17 years under Saban and even before then. If you have an offensive line and a defensive line that can dominate the other, all the other stuff is it's secondary. It's important, but it ain't near as important as if you can block and tackle. And the up front guys just completely shredded at Gadsden City on both sides of the ball and how many sacks did we end up with? 6?
I believe it was 6.
My word.
And Coach Elmore told me in that interview, which I'm going to steal all the joy out of the interview, but all the thunder out of it. But they only brought pressure once, the whole game. They brought 6. They did a double stunt with their 4 linemen once the entire game. The rest of the game was just pressure from getting off your blocks.
Is that a result of our offensive line, or is that they just didn't?
No, our defense.
Our defensive line.
Our defensive front. On the defensive calls, we only blitzed one time.
Oh, we only
the whole
blitzed,
night.
and we still had 6 sacks. Oh,
one thing
okay.
you did say, and I think I noticed this, but I didn't say anything, or maybe I didn't notice it, was they moved. Mason Chandler was out on end. He's played end a whole year. Well, they put him in at a tackle and put him on a guard that couldn't block him. And so I think their game plan was we're going to either bring in a tight end to help block Chandler with the tackle, but when they moved him on the guard, he was single, and he can whip a lot of single blocks, most single blocks, and some doubles. So I think when you go look at that, it was anyway. It was.
Is he signed anywhere?
Not yet. He's still looking. I don't think so, unless.
I'm looking into red shirt.
I wish we could keep it moving. Can we get another COVID year out of it?
I got COVID again.
So anyway, it was a great game. Enjoyed that. It was a good way to kick off fall break. And so congratulations to Coach Elmore, now leading. They just got to win one of the last 2. And they're region champs and host first round of the playoff game. So.
Yeah, but let's just win both of them.
Let's go ahead and win both. Hazel Green tomorrow night, and so that'll be fun. Anyway, we got Eric Dudash. We got Coach Elmore's going to pop in for us. We're going to talk a little bit about my trip to Washington and some
Was it clean? Did it smell good?
It was fascinating. It was.
Did President Trump give you a liner?
No, I was close though. I was close.
So close.
Anyway, it was a great time. We had fun. Washington, D.C. is exhausting, and not in a bad way. It's just
there's so much.
You look, and when you're there at the National Mall. I'll just give you one little story. You sit there and you go, okay, I'm at the Washington Monument. Well, hey, there's the White House right there. I can see it. Let's just walk over there. And That's a 30-minute walk from the monument. I mean, it is forever.
You were there when the hostages were released, weren't you?
Yes, part of it was there, yeah.
So what are they going to protest now?
Well, there wasn't a lot. I saw a few little protests outside the Union Station where the trains come in and stuff. But we rode by the ICE office twice, 3 times actually, and never saw anybody out front. I mean, the big, huge Immigration and Customs Enforcement office building there in Washington, didn't see anybody out in front.
Oh, they're all riding bicycles naked in Portland.
Yeah, saw a few National Guards.
That's gotta hurt.
Well, there was quite a few. It wasn't
awful.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
They're riding bicycles naked in Portland. Did you see that?
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my
That's gotta hurt.
word.
Oh, my
It was
God.
awful.
Of course, for them, they don't have any. I'm in trouble.
He's going to get in trouble first segment.
You don't have to talk
I got
into the
ball.
mic.
I got the balls here today.
This might that we're actually broadcasting. This is not just us in here talking.
Oh, this is real?
We're out. It is going out, and it'll have
Hello.
over 1,000 views by tomorrow morning.
Lots of good real material.
Anyway, did you go anywhere for break? Did y'all hang around here? or-
We just hung around here.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Washington, D.C.
Well, good. The best part of Washington, D.C. and being able to go up there is I didn't get to watch Auburn just flop in the
I
second
tell you
half.
what, the second half started,
I was
and
just like, you know what?
I went
I'm
to
on
bed.
vacation. I'm not going to put myself through this.
I thought about you. I wondered if
I
you
knew
were
it was
watching
coming.
it.
I did.
The first
I
half
caught-
was amazing.
My dad
Well.
texted me right when they got on the goal line for that fumble play, and he said, "Oh, I think Arnold just scored," and it was that where he kind of got to the one, and then I happened to be, I don't even remember where I was. I happened to see the fumble, and I was like, "All right, that's it.
The
Game over.
fumble.
Game over. Ball game. That's it. They won.
That's
There's
it.
no way
they
that
did
they
not
can recover.
after that.
I know it. I told you. I knew it.
You know, since Georgia recovered and he took off.
Why wasn't it a
wasn't-
touchdown if it was a
Why
fumble?
wasn't that a touchdown if it was a
I guess they
fumble?
blew
If
the
it was a-
whistle. Inadvertent
And
whistle.
it's heard a
yeah.
whistle.
I guess that's true.
That's just,
Have you looked at the footage? What is your opinion? Was it a fumble
well,
or was it a touchdown?
In real time, I actually thought it was a fumble, to be honest with you. I thought that it began the process of coming out of his
Yeah.
arms before he
After
touched
watching
it.
Before he
after
just
watching
the
a
white
million
line.
times, he did bobble
It
a little
appeared like
before
it did.
Okay.
Now, all that other mess is completely on those officials.
Yeah.
Like,
Stopping for no
I don't
reason.
know I don't know what they'll say or I'd love to hear the conversation between Greg Sankey and Kirby Smart. Because I think he pulled a George Costanza in that press conference. I think he believed in his mind that press conference that I was clapping.
But
I
you know
think
what?
I think he believed
I
it.
think in his
another-
mind he was. I think he saw the guy clapping, right?
His excuse was he was complaining about Auburn's defense.
Clapping.
I know.
Simulating the time. But
he was
But
calling-
he's going time out. You can see
Yeah.
his mouth going time out, time
and
out.
then the official gives it to him.
Gives it to him, and he goes, no, I was clapping. And you're going, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then in the press conference after the game, he's like, no, I was not calling a timeout. I was telling them about the clapping. And that's when he doubled down on it.
Right.
And you're going, I think that's George Costanza there. I think he believes that he wasn't clapping. Anyway,
Yeah.
neither here nor there. We give you guys props for watching or listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
I hope they're still with us.
We've got the garden tip of the week next. We'll be right back with more of the show after this.
Let's face it, nobody likes to close their pool. But if it must be done, and it must, get it done by the professionals at Rawson Pools, LLC. With more than 40 years of experience on their team, Rawson Pools can not only make the area safe for the winter, they can also protect your pool, plumbing system, and filtration equipment. So call Rawson Pools at 256-638-5804 to make sure your pool is protected this winter so you can enjoy it again next summer. Rawson Pools, LLC, the pool professionals.
This is Steve Black, AV Communications instructor at Gulf Shores High School, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
Get your Christmas shopping done early this year at Tracy's. More than a flower shop, Tracy's carries cute and thoughtful gift ideas for the whole family. Come in Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon, or check out Tracy's new website at Tracy's LLC and call to make your order. Delivery is available. Follow their Facebook page to stay current as new items will be arriving throughout the season. Tracy's Florist is located on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Tracy's, your local flower shop for every occasion. Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Bryan Northcutt, Steve Chambers in studio. It is now time for the Thrive Outdoor. We got the segment sponsor is Thrive Outdoors. We're
Okay, Brian. Got a hum. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You got it.
Well,
see, you can figure this thing out.
Yeah, but I think that was Chris's microphone. Did you take it from over here?
Oh, yeah.
You got to come get it. And I think that's why it was humming, because it was sitting next to this thing here. Yeah, there you go. I'm learning.
Hello, Chris.
Hang on a second, Chris. Let me set the segment up. This is what now you're welcome to. Been on fall break, just got back from Washington, D.C., and here we go. So
we're changing plays.
That's right. Calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. Hang on, Chris. I just act like we're not talking right now. All right. Thrive Outdoors. We're so excited to have them on board. Lee Buffington and everybody at Thrive Outdoor for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Excited to have them as a part of the show. And now we have on the line, on the WZOB hotline, is Mr. Chris Dura with Thrive Outdoor. Chris, what did you do for fall break?
What did I do for fall break? I rested for fall break.
Good for you.
With a wife being a teacher, fall break couldn't come at a better time. So me and her just rested and just, took care of a few things around the house and just kind of enjoyed the weather.
Yes, it's very, very nice weather. So you didn't do anything, Joe? Just seriously, just a staycation, as it were.
Brian,
it was a staycation. We didn't go anywhere. We just relaxed and enjoyed the weather up here in Northeast Alabama.
Yeah, you don't know how to do that. Staycation is a foreign concept in the Northcutt house.
It is true. Yeah. We don't sit still very well.
Brian does not sit still.
I'm afraid my kids caught it too.
The 16 hours of football count on Saturday.
There you go.
Here comes another one, and Martha goes, "Really?"
There's very few females that understand the man's ability to watch another game.
Yeah. You just saw
Okay,
one.
all right, so that's over. What are we going to do now? Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, even with teams that you don't care about. Like, I have to care.
Yeah.
To
I don't
watch.
care if it's 8-man football in North Dakota.
I know.
If it's on ESPN, I guess I'll just watch it.
Evidently, I cannot turn it off.
Yeah, where's the remote?
I don't get it either.
All right, Chris. Well, are you still basking in the glow of the Fort Payne victory Friday night at Gaston City? How was that? And you went through the entire broadcast and called it proper the whole time. That was a good job.
Yeah, we were just making sure we all come down from that high of beating Gaston City 2 years in a row to get ready for Hazel Green, which isn't too bad of a team.
No, they seem to be improved from the last couple of years. So we'll see how they go tomorrow night. So. Yeah, it was great win, great call. Good job, everybody, on the broadcast. It went well. So
it was awesome.
All right, well, what do you got, Chris? Garden tip of the week. I mean, it's so nice outside. Just go out. It was the garden tip of the week. Go out and sit in the sunshine and.
Just about. Well, it feels like it. The garden tip of the week is flower bed installation. This is a great time to plant pansies. And you want to do this and what I'm going to give you is you can do this for your summer plants as well, but it's all about the bed preparation when you're planting flowers. So give you a few tips on that when you're building a bed for your plants. Make sure you cut a nice edge out so that any wash or rain doesn't wash all those nutrients you're about to throw out into the yard. So you want to kind of take your shovel, cut a little edge of the bed that you're going to design. Then you're going to add, as Steve Chambers loves, cow manure. You're going to add maybe some compost, some good old topsoil, or just a good garden mixture soil, Stir all that together with your shovel. Top it off with a little Osmocote slow-release fertilizer over the top of it. Get your plants from whatever store you want to get, and then take a little trowel or even your fingers with a glove on so you don't get dirt under the nails.
Or worse.
Plant those plants about 6 to 8 inches apart, and then just water it with some good old Miracle Grow or Peter's fertilizer, and you'll have some nice, beautiful flowers over the course of the winter.
Wow. So many questions, Chris. So many questions. You want to go first, Steve?
I hope people had their pencil and paper
We are talking
out.
pansies here, right?
Yes, talking pansies this time of year. Pansies or violas?
All right. Well, and so this is the first question comes to my mind. Where, pray tell, do you pick up cow manure?
Lowe's.
You can buy cow manure in Lowe's.
Oh, do? Really?
Yeah.
Well, my
it's in
gosh.
a yellow bag. Usually it's called black cow.
Yes, I get that for my banana
Well,
plants.
just give me a big old bottle of Shut Up.
There you go.
Banana trees love it too.
Banana trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can grow bananas in Alabama?
Well, they're more ornamental. But
Okay.
still,
I did
yeah.
not know that. Interesting.
We got
Well,
that around the tree.
You never know what you're going to learn on Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Well, that's right.
Any plant loves some good old cow manure.
Well, at least we cleaned the show up a little bit. I mean, we're not
There you
talking
go.
about the other stuff that we
Pretty
talked
give
about.
some cow manure.
Bugs in your crotch. I was wondering if you were going to give us any tips about how to effectively clean up the toilet paper that kids are
Yes.
leaving in your yards.
Did you get your yard
Oh,
rolled?
yeah. Yeah, Miss Holly was posting about that.
Yeah,
Take a lighter to it, Miss Holly.
I was
this
I was
season?
sweet. Oh, take a lighter
Yes.
to it. That's what he said.
You can't. It's not going to threaten the tree. You sure the fire department isn't going to come by for that?
The fire department recommended that because it burns so quickly and the trees are still green. It's not going to be enough heat
Okay.
to catch a tree on fire.
There's another. Give me another bottle of Shut
What
Up.
if the tree doesn't have any leaves
Now-
on it? What if it's just
What if the tree doesn't have any leaves?
Yeah.
You're going to have to turn that up, Holly. a little
Turn
bit.
what
No,
up?
The
Thing,
mic,
but
the
you know-
speaker.
I did tell Holly, you don't want to go out there like, say it's a tree like Auburn where the whole tree's covered in toilet paper and you light the whole thing at once.
Yeah, now that could be problematic.
Just
do
one
like a
at a
strand or
time.
two at a time.
just one
yeah.
little? Yeah.
You can
a
light
roll
it.
at a time.
What?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother used to do
Strand at
that
a
when I was a
time.
kid, but I didn't realize that it was recommended by the fire department.
I found out last night, I did not know this after you had texted all that we actually got our yard rolled. It was not a very professional job, and there was only one stream left. We've only got one tree in the front yard. If they went to the backyard, they could have had some fun.
Well, the kids did go to our backyard.
Did
so
they?
it was front and back. Yeah.
Do you know who did it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we couldn't. Jones said he didn't know who did ours, so not
Yeah.
sure.
It could
Some
be
creative-
anybody.
You see some creative
From
things
the
in
church,
school
right.
other than rolling.
I was trying to encourage rolling yard etiquette on Facebook in the sweetest way I could possibly fathom.
Really?
She did.
You
I
did it in
did.
a sweet
She
way?
did.
Thank you. I did. It was sweet, yes.
What is the etiquette to roll it low? So you can
No,
reach everything?
I had 3 suggestions. My first suggestion was have some class and go back and help clean it up the next day. I mean, if it's all fun and games, and that's fine. It's fun to roll yards. It's not fun to clean it up.
No, it's
So
not.
that would have been very impressive to me if the kids came back and said, "Hey, we just want to help you clean it up." And so, okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 was only roll your good friend's yard. Like, don't pick the kid that you don't hang out with in school because it smacks of bullying.
Okay.
And so just don't be a bully. Don't use it. And y'all remember that movie, Can't Buy Me Love? Y'all remember
Yes.
that movie? Okay,
Yes.
so prime example in that
Okay.
movie. Okay. And then my third was if you find out that the parents of your good friend does not appreciate, did he hang up on me? Gosh. Does not appreciate getting their yard rolled, just mark and avoid that house. You know, have a little respect for those people, like my loving husband that really does not find it amusing. And then the rest of us in the house, you know, have to live with that for a
Sorry
little
that
while.
I find that amusing, but
It's
I know
not,
Jamie well
yeah.
enough.
So I'm just saying. I thought,
Well, I tell my kids, you got to be real careful these days because, I mean,
You get shot.
You can get, there's a lot of people with weaponry out there that don't take kindly to folks up in their yard.
We heard that we were going to get got again. You know, the word got to us. And so I said, okay, let's go get Christian's airsoft rifles or air assault, and perch up in the in the windows. Yeah. And Jamie said, no, we can't do that.
Sniper's nest going there.
I mean, or water hose or something anyway.
Yeah.
But.
Okay. Well, Chris, you got anything else for Thrive Outdoors about either pansies or toilet paper?
Pansies or toilet paper, that's right.
Keep your yard beautiful.
That's right.
I don't think the toilet paper will hold up all winter, though.
No, it's biodegradable. It'll get out of there pretty quick. So.
That's it.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for the garden tip of the week. Thank everybody at Thrive Outdoor for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you, Chris.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right, thanks to Chris Durr, thanks to Lee Buffington and everybody at Thrive Outdoor for sponsoring our show. That's the Thrive Outdoor Garden Tip of the Week. Get your manure, get your, what was that O word? It said something with O in it. You got to trowel the outside edges.
Oh.
And you have your good base.
And that's not just pansies, it's whatever you're trying to plant.
Okay, so, and banana plants?
Yeah. Well, we, first freeze, I cut them all down and lined Martha's spring garden with them.
Yeah.
So, they'll come into the soil, and then we'll have a no-till garden again.
Yeah, look at you.
There you go.
Good husband right there.
Just whatever Martha
Sweet.
tells me.
That's sweet.
And if Martha were here, and she's not, then she would really appreciate you saying.
Oh yeah, she would.
All right, we have got. Let's go ahead and take our break. We got Eric Dudash in studio. We'll go ahead and bring him on if that's all right with you, Miss Holly, on the next segment.
It's okay with Mr. Dudash.
And we will be back with him. We'll talk a little bit of the fair on Lunch with Bryan and Steve when we come back.
DeKalb Fix-It Appliance Warehouse is a mouthful, so Terry and Bobby have decided to drop the Fix-It and focus on giving you the best prices on new appliances. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Amana, LG, Samsung, GE, and more. Up to 75% off retail price on new scratched and dent appliances. And as your Electrolux and Frigidaire dealer, DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is passing on more savings to you with even more new in-box selections. Need a refrigerator? Come in today and shop our overstocked warehouse. You will not get a better deal anywhere. We guarantee to match or beat any price. In-house service available to all as well. DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is open weekdays 9 to 5, Wednesdays and Saturdays 9 to noon. Located on Airport Road in Fort Payne.
This is Marshall Henderson, pastor of First Baptist Church of Fort Payne, Alabama, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
All right, we are back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, episode 33 in studio. We're excited to have with us. I'll introduce our guests in just a second. Let me get our segment sponsor in first, and that's Fort Payne Footworks. Shop local for Christmas. Quality shoes and name brand outdoor and Little River Clothing Company apparel. Located in downtown Fort Payne, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 3, and Sundays 12 to 5. So thankful for everybody at Fort Payne Footworks for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Thank you, guys. You'll see their logo. Yep, well, you can kind of see it. Yep, it's up there in the corner. It's blocked with the other white. There it is, right there.
Yeah, we need to make that bigger. Cindy said she doesn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where it's located? Well, see,
Yeah.
if you swap camera angles, then it's going to block somebody's head.
I know. I think she just wants it to be bigger.
Okay, well, I'll work on that later.
Okay.
See how professional we are here.
It's awesome.
She also says the back.
Very-
She also said that the background looks like your brain.
Looks like what?
Your brain, like it's a little bit cluttered.
My brain? My brain, okay.
Yeah, that's what she
That's
said.
probably true.
I know. That's why I thought it was
So-
funny.
That's
Well,
okay.
at least I donated the size so you can see it.
You can study it later.
Do you know it's 10 weeks till Christmas?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You mentioned Christmas on
Oh, don't. Oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh. Yeah.
Wow, we got to start thinking about that. So, all right, here we go. Sorry, got distracted. In studio, we have with us Mr. Eric Dudash. This is a good bio here. That's good information
the
here.
military provides that for
Why
me
don't
every
you just,
year.
do they really?
They do, yeah.
They
yeah,
give you
do.
that? All right, so
They
welcome
do.
to the show.
I appreciate it, sir.
First
Yeah,
off,
sirs, yeah.
Sir, first off, fantastic last name. I love when, every time somebody says, well, we'll talk to Eric Dudash, I was like, Dudash. It just makes you want to say it.
And you get it right. That's, I've heard it all different versions,
What-
Really?
what-
I was reluctant to say because I know I'm
Yeah,
gonna mess
yeah,
this
you
up.
could
I'm
guess how
gonna-
many different
you know,
versions.
Does,
Yeah,
does
yeah,
he deliver
yeah.
food or what?
Yeah.
what was the middle school version of it?
Oh, yeah. Not good. This is a family radio, right? This is family
Kids
TV
can be
here.
so
Yeah. I've heard it all. Yeah, that's great. That is great.
Well, good. Well, as Cindy had just so accurately described, there's no way I'm going to be able to read through all this and stay on point. So why don't you summarize? Tell us how you got to Fort Payne?
Yeah, absolutely. So, summarizing this, I was honored to serve our country for 30 years on
Thank
active
you.
duty, and I served with the United States Air Force and in the SOCOM arena, so I got a chance to bounce around the world and
Wow.
visit some wonderful countries and some not so wonderful, a lot of friendly and unfriendly faces. Did that for 30 years. When I met my wife, she was originally from Birmingham, and her family had some property up in Mentone, Alabama. So
Okay.
when I was on leave, I happened to be stationed in Herbert Field, Florida. It's the home of our special operators in the Air Force, which is just Navarre and Destin.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
Fort-
yeah.
So I used to come up here on leave and vacation, and it was so peaceful here. And one thing I noticed, and this isn't a plug, but I guess it is, it's the truth. I'd come to Fort Payne, and everybody was welcoming. It was almost like I lived here my whole entire life.
Yeah.
And I knew then, I said, this is where we're going to retire. So we had this land, and we built the cabin and live in, I call it God's country, up in Mentone, Alabama, and we just,
Cool.
watch the deer go by.
Wow. And how long have you been here?
I've been here, got here in 2019, I retired.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty new, but been very, very active. And like I said,
Yes,
Fort
you have.
Payne has been so welcoming. The state of Alabama has been so welcoming, and it's awesome. I can talk all day about the good things, that's going on. So
Well, that's why we're here.
And speaking of, we have got coming up the greatest, well, probably one of the, top 5 of, it's got to be close.
So we've won a fair in our division 14 years straight.
Is that right?
Right. So you're talking top-notch fair. I mean, most will say this is, of course, right under the state fair, a little bit smaller. But, there's a lot of wonderful
So you're
fairs
the Nick
here.
Saban of fairs.
We are. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we are. And I'll tell you and I'm not meaning to,
No,
bombard
this
the
is all
show
for you.
here,
This is
but-
all for you.
But a lot of
That's
people,
right.
this is the DeKalb County, and let me say this, Veterans of Foreign Wars Fair, the
Yes,
VFW
the
Fair.
VFW.
So for those that are just thinking about it, I will tell you this, 100% of the proceeds from this fair go back to community involvement, community engagement, and our veterans. At 100%. I want to say that again. So a lot of people, they're like, oh, the fair and the price and your
The
admission.
VFW part gets overlooked a lot.
It's amazing how much we do. Last
Yeah.
year we had a student win and go to the national level, and I go to D.C. 4 times a year, so I can't wait to hear your story about D.C. But I just got back myself. But so we gave out almost $36,000 in scholarship to someone from DeKalb County on one of our programs that
Really?
we support here. That's
$36,000?
$36,000. So we give out. We have programs called Patriots Pen, where a student writes.
My son's done that. I've had kids do that.
And we have one called Voice of Democracy, which is more high school based, where it's a speech, and written.
Sydney did that, didn't you? Did you do voice of democracy?
This is what it's about. So we
Yeah.
do legislative, and I'm heavily engaged in legislation. That's why I fly to D.C. and stay in Montgomery a lot. But that's what the VFW does. It's more than just comradeship. That's one aspect of it. But this fair supports all of that. And I think everybody needs to know that.
Yeah. That's cool to know that your dollars are going to something like that, because it certainly is fun, and it is a community event. And so tell us a little bit about this year's fair. I know there has been a few changes.
There has.
So what do we got going on this year?
So the one thing that has stayed the same is, and I love how you talked about it earlier, Kissel Entertainment is putting on all our rides.
Yeah.
I will tell you, they're the gold medal standard in entertainment business. They
Yeah.
only do 2 fairs a year. They do one in Alabama, they do Fort Payne, they do Coleman, but the rest of the time they do Mardi Gras. They do
Really?
all these big other events, a lot bigger than Fort Payne's event.
Wow.
So we are lucky to have them, and it's definitely been a family partnership with them. We're lucky to still have Bruce's Foodland sponsoring us again, so that helps. That again.
Love Bruce's Food.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They're so engaged and involved in community.
Since 1979.
Yep. Oh, you guys have the whole plug. But yeah, so one of the big things this year is that we're starting on Tuesday night. So we're going to go Tuesday night with gates opening at 5 p.m. There'll be a ribbon cutting ceremony there. And gate admission is still the same. It's $5.
So-
$5 for you to get in, and if you are 5 and under, you're free.
Yeah.
So tell us why. Why did y'all go to 4 days, or starting on Tuesday instead of Monday?
what
Can
was
you
it?
tell us that?
So so there's a lot to it, but we're one of the only fairs that ever started on a Monday.
Really?
So I think there's a lot to do with, and I don't handle the entertainment side of the business, but there's a lot of cost analysis that goes on how much it costs to run all the wonderful lights and everything like that, and how much is. So
okay.
that has a lot to do with it. And Mondays usually are a night when that's the first day back from the week for everybody to go to work, the kids to go to school, and everybody's planning that evening. So our attendance wasn't always the largest on Monday night.
Gotcha.
So, and then when we found out that we were one of the very few, very, very few, slim numbers that ever did a Monday. And I think there was a lot of cost analysis that went into that. So, but Tuesday night we're looking to be packed.
Yeah.
With that $5 admission, I mean, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cheaper than a movie.
Yeah.
And armbands are available every night this year.
Yeah, armbands are going to be available every night. So Tuesday night, of course, is $25 plus tax for armbands. Wednesday night, the same thing, $25 plus tax. Let me go through it real quick on armbands so everybody is familiar with that. Thursday night is pretty unique. It's one of our busiest nights with armbands because it's a buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
So if you are a family that has, multiple children, herding cats,
Yes.
they always say, that might be your best night to come out.
Right.
Of course, every night's the best night. Friday night, of course, $5 entry, but the price goes up to $30 on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So, but one thing we do have on, make sure I got it right. That's why I printed this out. Is
Wednesday?
on Wednesday, the student night. So youth night on students, you're going to receive $5 off that $25 ride ticket. So math in public, I know we were in the school here, $20.
There we go.
So, make sure I get it right. I have to look at people to get validation, like,
Yes,
that is
that's
right.
it.
You got it
You
right.
got it.
Because I was not strong in math. But, so, and of course, it's an agricultural fair, so we have everything from rabbit shows to chick chain to dairy goats to meat goats to horse and mule and all the wonderful exhibits that you see. And I think this is what brings our community, that I've noticed, is that when you look at the different exhibits, when you look at the different animals, it seems like everybody knows someone that put one of those exhibits in.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's just a small, I love the feeling, so.
Well, and that really, and this may be showing my age, but I actually like going through the different places and look at the awards and the drawings and the Lego fixtures and the pottery and the.
Yeah, there's something for all
Does
ages.
that mean I'm getting older?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't want to do that when we were young.
Well, just seasoned, just more seasoned, more educated, more.
But my kids
Cultural.
got
something
friends-
like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seriously got friends who had to miss their flag football game because they were showing their chickens at the fair.
That's right, that's right.
We're not going to be there Thursday because we're showing the chickens at the fair.
Welcome to Alabama.
one more plug that I really, my mother always taught me you can never say thank you enough, right?
Yeah.
So this fair has been going on 70 years. This is the 70th annual
That
year.
was your trivia question.
Well, so at least I got it right off the bat.
That's right.
But there are some individuals that I need to absolutely thank. I think the whole community needs to thank these individuals. There's Charles Stevens, Terry Camp. They've been doing this 45 years of the 70 years. And I think we owe a lot to what they have built to today. They are getting more seasoned, okay, we're going to say it that way, and they are going to be in more of a helping role and allowing some others to step into their shoes. You'll never step into their shoes because they're so large, but feel
like
a little
you
bit
are.
of it. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I would be, I need to say thank you to those individuals publicly because what they have done to this community, it's unbelievable.
Martha and I have a tradition. We're seasoned.
There you go, seasoned.
After we look at all the paintings and the fruit and the vegetable, whatever, we always ride the Ferris wheel.
The Ferris wheel.
From when we first met, we thought we'd do that.
Is that
every
right?
year.
Well, how
Isn't that
sweet.
sweet?
If she was in the studio right
If
now,
she was in the studio,
she'd really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell her about it.
Yeah, she'd probably correct me on how many times we've done that, but I think it's about every year. So.
And I think another staple for our fair that I need to thank is the auxiliary ladies that work in the concession booth there.
Yeah.
I always say I shouldn't say ladies. The auxiliary is men and women that are family members of the military or foreign wars, but they make the best, cornbread and beans that you're going to find around here. But they're the hardest working people. When
if I see a seasoned lady, that's where I go to get.
That's
the
right.
better go.
That's right. So if you don't stop by there and they have other things too, but beans and cornbred are hard to beat down there at the fair.
That's so good. So how did you get connected when you got here with the fair?
Yeah. So after serving 30 years, the military. How do I say this in the right way and staying humble? They notified the city that I was coming here because I spent so many years in the military and I was honored to work with so many warriors. So they let them know that, hey, Eric's coming into Fort Payne. This is where he wants to live. So I got set up, with the city, meeting the mayor at that time and talking to city council and things of that nature. And then, I'm a veteran of foreign wars. Was very, very blessed to have 17 combat deployments, was overseas 14 years of my 30 years.
Got some stories to tell.
And I'm sorry my battle buddy couldn't make it. Phantom is usually always with me in town.
Yeah.
You didn't bring Phantom.
He was a little under the weather this morning. So we go to D.C. and we got back. I was appointed on the Alabama Department of Veteran Affairs by the governor last week. So I had to go down there for 3 days. So he's a little... He can take a break because you will see him if you're at the fair, me and him riding on a golf cart together. He loves his golf cart ride. So that's his ride. But so got plugged in with the VFW and then having some leadership background, they quickly said, hey, you're going to be the new commander and then you're going to be the new state commander. So I just finished being the Alabama state commander last year. Was honored to be the voice of veterans there. And now... hopefully Southern Conference, which is every state from West Virginia to Texas, and I'll find out in November on that. But and now I live here, and I love it. What's that bumper sticker? I'm not originally from here, but I got here as fast as I could.
Oh, that's a great one.
You know what I mean?
That's sweet.
I see him in Texas all the time. I'm not Texan or born in Texas, but I got here.
Texas people are always like
they're
that.
very proud, but I'm proud to be from Fort Payne. I brag about Fort Payne everywhere I go.
That's
Actually, the governor's team of Alabama is probably tired of me bragging about Fort Payne and Mentone, Alabama, because we're blessed here.
Where were you born?
So I was born, my dad was in the military for 28 years. So I was born in Michigan, of all places.
Wow.
But my dad was stationed there at that time, and then Louisiana, Texas. Spent a lot of time there. My dad was a survival specialist, so trained a lot of different survival situations and
awesome.
hostage and things like that. But that's where I was originally born. And met a lady
I work
from
with some
Birmingham.
people from Michigan, and you don't really sound like that.
No. My mother was Southern, so
Well, God bless her.
Yeah.
All right, we need to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with more of the Eric Dudash right after this with Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
My Supply is my hometown hardware store. At My Supply, I never have to wander aimlessly around the store looking for what I need. I know that when I walk through the door, I'm going to be greeted by a person and helped right away. So whether you're looking for plumbing, electrical, hand or power tools, welding supplies, standard or metric fasteners, or anything else to help with your home projects and repairs, shop My Supply on Godfrey Avenue in Northeast Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. My Supply, your hometown hardware store.
Hi, this is Alabama Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB.
Do you need to declutter? Wish you could free up some valuable space at work or home? Hillier Mini Storage has climate control units available, and all their units are gated for maximum protection. You can also store your stuff at home with their Max Steel storage buildings for sale. Just come by Hillier Mini Storage on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 4. And while you're there, be sure to check out play sets for the kids. Store your stuff with Hillier Mini Storage.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, live in studio, episode 33. We're so thankful for you guys joining us, and we've got in studio Eric Dudash from the VFW talking about the fair, and we'll talk about some other things here in just a second. But before that, I want to mention our segment sponsor for this segment is DeKalb MD. DeKalb MD is healthcare simplified. DeKalb MD is a direct primary care with a network of clinics located in Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee that operates on a monthly membership, not insurance. They provide quality individualized care with concierge benefits for $85 a month. With an $85 a month membership, you receive same or next day scheduling with no wait time, longer visits with your provider, even after hours access, basic labs at no additional cost, a direct phone number to call or text your provider at any time, and over 1,000 free medications mailed directly to you. DeKalb MD works with you instead of your insurance. DeKalb MD, primary care with you in mind. Visit DeKalbMD.com today to schedule a visit. To schedule an appointment. Thanks for them for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. So excited to have them on board. So, Steve, what you got? Did you have a question?
I work with someone that was in the Air Force for 20 years. Yeah. He was a colonel. And y'all are always so laid back. You know, some branches of the Army are more vociferous, you might say.
Yeah. I work with the Army a lot. Yeah.
But from 1985 to 89, he was in North Dakota underground in a missile silo. And I thought,
really?
It's an amazing place.
I thought, what we do at the church probably don't bother him too much. And so he had one of the keys. So I said, anyway.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
So you've seen pretty much everything, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot. Yeah. I've got a chance to see a lot working with the Army, the Navy, and the Marine Corps, and you know the Air Force has its own Special Forces unit, and I was blessed to work with them and to be assigned.
And
to
did I
those
hear you
teams.
say that 14 years of combat missions?
It was 17 deployments, 14 years. Mm-hmm, that's right.
Wow, that's a lot of time on
So
the field.
Concentrated on it's family friendly, but hostage rescue and drug interdiction.
Is that right?
Until 9/11, which changed everybody's world, and of course spent most of my time after that in the areas of concentration that needed help.
So you're in the heat. In the heat of it.
Yeah, I was blessed and I was honored to be surrounded by so many warriors that just wanted to come home.
You know, we went to Arlington 2 days ago.
Yeah, that'll.
That is the. I mean, everybody's quiet.
That's right.
You don't make noise.
As it should. As it should.
Mm-hmm. But just walking around, it is. And we got to see the Tomb of the Unknown. And
Yep.
And Kennedy's.
Change of the guard? Did you get to see the change of the
No,
guard?
we weren't there long enough to see the change
That's
in
cool.
the guard. I wanted to see that, but actually Lewis was just hounding me. But I think it closes at 5, sunsets at 5. I don't know. Anyway, I think we had to leave, and so we missed our bus anyway. But it didn't matter.
I bet they're quiet at that too. When they
Yeah.
change the guard like that, they're so.
You know, I think you're quiet for probably an hour after visiting because you have to wrap it up in your
there
mind.
it is. I took a picture of
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
The resting spot of so many warriors. It just what they've given us, and I know we all bleed red, white, and blue, but they paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah,
so we can do this right here.
When you're a rescue, like you have to fly in and
Yes,
go
sir.
get them.
Yep. A lot of Some of them were quick trips. Some of them were a little bit, a little bit longer. I think, and I'll talk. I can talk a little bit about it. So one thing I love about our country.
Steve's on. It's not that family friendly. Steve's on here.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I love about our country is how involved we are with citizens of varying countries.
Yeah.
We preserve human mankind, right? Mankind, I should say that.
Yeah.
And one of the memories that I have that sticks in my mind most is we had to go rescue an Italian journalist. She was captured in South America and didn't speak English that well. She could speak a little bit in South America.
This in Afghanistan or Iran?
No, this is before all that. Okay. But South America and Africa are still areas of concern, heavily area of concern. But anyway, when we rescued her, she cried and hugged every one of us. There was 11 members on the team at that time, and it just brought this chill. Like you talk about Arlington, that's a whole different chill, but it brings a chill to my mind that we're there for individuals. We don't believe, Americans do not believe someone being kept against their will and tortured or solicited or anything of that nature. So when I think of how we helped an Italian, it wasn't an American. It was an Italian journalist we went up there and rescued. And wherever we can help, we're going to be there. That's just one of the memories that I have that's always stuck in my mind about. And I think that's helped me get involved in community so much because it's not about where you're from, it's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. My dad, again, I have all these, my mother says, my dad says. When my dad, when he was alive, used to say, don't complain about a broken sidewalk, go out there and help fix the sidewalk. He said too many people just complain about the sidewalk.
That's
and, so these sayings, I sound like a parent now. You're talking about getting old and talking about going through the exhibits of the wonderful fair, but I keep thinking about all the, my mom says, can't thank people enough, and my dad says, don't complain, go out there and be a part of the solution, so.
Does the Air Force Rescue, do they have a designation like, Army's Rangers or Green Beret and Navy's the SEALs?
We do. So we're called Special Tactics, and we get inserted with, in my case, helped out SEAL Team 2 for 11 years. 7th group, 5th group with the Army, which is Green Berets, so MARSOC. We do have our Special Tactics is a group of individuals. You got pararescue, you have combat control, you have TAC-P, so yeah.
Where'd you go for training?
So originally I went to training at Lackland, and then I spent 2 years on the ground learning how to jump out of airplanes, how to swim, how to combat dive, how to free fall. So Phoenix, Pensacola, multitude of different places across our country. Yeah.
Columbus, or is that just Army?
That's Army.
That's
Rangers.
That's Army.
I remember.
Fort Bragg was where I started. Their jump school there. Yeah. So,
wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So we went. Here's a couple of pics that I'll show. This is me and my son Lewis and Eli out in front of the White House, checking things out. That was really cool for them to get to see that, and they're trying to figure out where Trump is and all that. So
that grass looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
Chris Dorr would be proud.
That's right. Chris Dorr could do the garden tip of the week on that grass right there. But here's what this was cool. This was cool on the bus ride. Now, the only reason this is cool, and this is how my brain works. So you don't talk about cluttered, all this stuff everywhere.
It's endearing.
It's endearing.
It is endearing.
It is endearing. So we ride on the bus. They got that little bus hop thing that goes around. So we're riding right here, and I think I've seen this. This is in a movie, and it is
more than likely
this exact spot. Does this look familiar to you?
I don't know.
Okay, it's Marvel.
It's a Marvel movie?
Yep.
Okay. So, I don't know.
All right, this is the beginning of Winter Soldier with Captain America.
Okay, not
when
my
the
favorite.
guy who plays Falcon, what's his name in the movie? I don't know. The black guy who plays the Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's running, and then Steve Rogers passes him.
Oh,
like 3 or 4 times at the very beginning.
Yeah,
he goes
yeah.
to the right,
to the right,
to the right. Well, this is if you go to the opening scene of Winter Soldier, then that guy's running right here, and Steve Rogers passes him right in that same spot.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool.
How many times have
That's
you
how
seen
weird my
that
brain
movie?
is. I was like, I've seen this before. I know where this is. But that's what happened right there. So anyway, and then we went to the White House. This is really cool for me. So you'll have to bear with me on this one. So. That is, so we got there, and we got off to go to see the White House, and there were some journalists over here. And a family was there, and they said, the journalists are covering the Argentinian president, Javier Milei, I think is how you say it. He was there with Trump. It was Tuesday. And so they were supposed to have dinner. They had lunch. We found out later they had lunch. We thought that they might have dinner together in that right there, where that green awning is.
Yeah. People were coming in there.
We saw the president of Argentina walk up that set of stairs. And then this lady is his opponent in the election, who he appointed to his cabinet after he got elected. So she lost to him for the president of Argentina.
She doesn't look happy.
Well, she's talking to a reporter.
Anyway, so here's where my mind goes. So then I told my students this morning, so I'm checking out this gear, this stuff.
Of course.
Of course, because
Oh,
I
my
do
goodness.
AV now.
Right.
And I've been studying all this stuff. That camera is a very strong version to the camera that we're filming this on.
Wow.
That yellow cord is called an SDI cable, which is that right there.
Cool.
And he's got like this battery right there. That same battery is in these cameras right now.
He doesn't get paid what you do.
He,
No, he does not.
loves his job. This is what this
And so
is.
all of this stuff, and we've got that microphone set up and everything. So anyway, I got to tell my students this morning, listen, guys, if you can get yourself to think outside of Fort Payne in this area and the world, and this guy, who knows what he's making? He's not on camera. He doesn't have to be on camera. But he's doing all of this background work of this equipment that's inside this studio right now that you get a chance to learn from, that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
All this, the broadcast stuff. And so it was a really cool moment. Thought I was going to get to see Trump too, but that didn't happen. So anyway, that was a cool moment.
He was busy last week.
Well, I know if I need camera help, who to call.
Right.
That's right.
So anyway, that was fun. For me.
David. You call David.
Don't call me. That's the other guy. Don't call me. I just know what it does. I'm not sure I could set it up. But anyway, so Washington was really cool to me. There is such a melting pot there that is so unique. We got off, and I've never seen, usually when you are on the wrong side of a town, it's easy to see
that you're on the wrong side
you're
of the
on,
town.
I mean, it's real clear.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, there were people, you would see strangers who didn't look real safe necessarily.
Yeah.
And ladies, single ladies jogging down the street on the same street. And I'm
Everywhere.
like, how are these people?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
It got cleaned up.
It did.
It is. It's nice. I enjoy going to Washington. Now, I don't go sightseeing too much. I get a chance to go to the Senate buildings and the House of Representatives and things like that. But I enjoy D.C.
It's a fascinating
I'll tell you
town.
what I do enjoy. Of course, I go up there and we support some of the Veterans of Foreign Wars legislative initiatives, that we feel the representatives need to hear from. But the different kinds of food that you have in Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
that melting pot is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get some good food.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so I do enjoy a good meal in
Yeah,
the evenings.
it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. It's big. You got to walk a lot. My goodness, you got to walk a lot. Ooh, all right, we got to take a break. Top of the hour. We're going to be right back. Can you stay another segment?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to be back with more with Eric Dudash right after this on Lunch with Bryan and Steve.
So long. Cheers. Adios. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you.
More and more people are saying goodbye to pests with Safe Solutions Plus LLC. And it's no wonder with their top-notch customer service, quality products, and lower prices. And now with their new website, it's never been easier to manage your pest control service with Safe Solutions Plus. Just visit sspestandtermite.com to view your billing details, make payments online, and review past services. Family-owned and operated, Safe Solutions Plus is located at 934 Main Street West in Rainsville. Call 256-638-7378. Safe Solutions Plus, protecting homes and businesses one solution at a time.
Okay then. Bye.
This is Trisha Dunn with the City of Fort Payne, and I love listening to WZOB and the Bryan and Steve Show.
Stop Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
This is WZOB Fort Payne, 100.9 FM and 1250 AM.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve, top of the second hour. Episode 33, we've got in studio Eric Dudash. Chris Elmore will join us a little bit later. Been recapping Washington, D.C. and all things about the military and the VFW Fair. We're going to plug that again here in just a second. But our segment sponsor for this segment is Cattle Stampede. Cattle Stampede Steakhouse. Feed your whole family with their carry-out family meal deal Monday through Sunday, all day, only $25. That's a family meal deal. It's for carry-out only. You can select from one of these different options: an 8-piece fried chicken, 20-piece chicken fingers, 20-piece bone-in wings, and your choice of two sides, $25 every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. So excited to have them on board with Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Cattle Stampede, good food, can't miss it. Speaking of good food, we got the VFW Fair. So you want to do your plug again and just
Absolutely.
kind of review, recap where we're at with everything. It's next week, starting next Tuesday.
It is next Tuesday, and you talk about good food. Please stop by that auxiliary concession stand and get that beans and cornbread. It'll change your world.
Is it Mexican cornbread by any chance? Do they have that?
I don't know. It's not Mexican cornbread.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's American.
And I like how you said it. It's not but it's American. Yeah,
American cornbread.
Yeah. So
is it sweet or is it not sweet? Okay, it's sweet.
And it's homemade. I love that. As well as the beans.
This will be after the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, after the Ferris wheel. But I can tell you, everything they make in there is made with love.
That's right.
I can tell you that right now.
A little pat
no calories.
And all the
No
proceeds
calories,
again.
yeah.
All the proceeds from that concession stand go back to veterans and their families.
Yeah.
So you're actually supporting a cause that is greater than
Tasty.
oneself, right? Yeah, and you're getting a full belly. But please come out. Tuesday through Saturday. The admission. Let me go back. I get excited when I talk about the fair. It's 70 years.
So do we.
I'm here with you.
It's 70 years they've been doing this in Fort Payne.
Yeah.
70 years of community involvement, engagement. You hear me say that a lot, and giving back to the community. And 45 years of that have been led by Charles Stevens and Terry Camp. Can't say thank you to those amazing men that I'm still learning from every day enough.
I've seen all but 4 of them.
Yeah. All but 4 of them you've seen? Math in public. I'm not going to try. But yeah, admission is still the same. It's $5. This year we're doing armbands. So Tuesday through Thursday, armband nights, $25. However, on Wednesday night, and make sure I get this right, we're having a youth night, so you're going to get students, you're going to get $5 off that $25 armband. So it's well worth it. Thursday night, 2 for 1. Like I said earlier, if you're herding cats as a family, might be the best time to show up, of course, every night.
But you gotta be there.
You got to be there. That's exactly right.
2 people have to.
That's
be
exactly
there.
right. You got to be present to get those. Don't go up to the ticket counter and say, I need 2 tickets, and you're the only one there. So make sure that good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Friday night.
Did you learn that one from
I do a lot of advertising for them, and that's very important.
She tried to get away with it.
You tried to sneak one in, didn't you?
She has always been there in the same, and I don't want to sound like we put you in the corner, right? That sounds bad, right? We got
to be near the door.
Yeah, she is there, and she has always got a smile for everybody walking in and out, talking about the fair. So we appreciate her always being there, and we set you got your own little table, but we got your corner already set up. We already got your corner already set up. So, and I don't want to say we're putting you in the corner, but that's where you're at. So,
nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Please do.
But going back to armbands. So again, Tuesday through Thursday, Thursday night being $5 off for students, they're $25. So and then Friday and Saturday, and then Thursday again, 2 for 1. make sure I said that right. Hopefully I did say that right. Friday and Saturday, $30 for the armbands and tickets.
Eric said I got in free.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to say, well, Eric said it.
I heard
right?
on the radio.
You know, one thing I forgot to talk about. Special thanks, of course, goes out to Bruce's Food Land. I've said that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're definitely helping us a ton. But our special attraction this year is the same we've had before. The High Flying Pages, which is a trapeze act. Absolutely amazing to see these individuals flying around, twisting, and something that just hurts my body every time I see them do this. And then have the trust and the faith that someone's going to catch me while I'm flying in the middle of the air.
There is a net, though, yes.
Yeah, what's that?
There is a net, right?
There is.
Yeah, they're not doing it without a net.
That's
okay.
right.
There is a net.
Because it would
That's
hurt
right.
me if I
That's
was
right.
watching that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still, I don't think I would do it with a net.
I don't think so either.
I would probably.
I wouldn't do that clown show over there without a net. And he's funny.
And we have entertainment, every night. So
that guy is funny. That clown guy's funny.
He's great, and he's actually asked, all the time to come back.
Yeah, he's
of course,
good.
he's busy,
Is it Lenny
right? Because he's
or
so
something?
good.
Is it what? Laugh it up
I think
with.
you're right.
I can't. He's
maybe
great.
Lenny.
He does everything.
I
The
can't
kids
remember
love
his
him. They
name.
follow him around like during the fair.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but he is definitely well liked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every night we have entertainment as well. So we got a country night. Country Case is going to be there Tuesday night. Wednesday night we're going to have some bluegrass.
Hey, bluegrass.
Yeah,
Steve.
bluegrass. Thursday night, another local, Chris Roberts School of Music and the Fort Payne High School guitar students are going to be playing. So
And the Meat Goat Show.
yeah, that's right, and the Meat and Goat Show right before that. So Friday night, Pick and Post with Crossroads is going to be here, and Saturday night it's the 35th annual gospel singing. New Ground and Lacey family, and that's brought to everyone there by First Fidelity Bank.
Okay.
So, again, we talk about why I love living here. It's because everybody's so involved in the community and wants to help. Bruce's Food Land, First Fidelity, y'all for getting us out there and talking about the fair in itself. So
I thought Saturday was a little bit different this year too. Am I right about that? I thought usually open the doors at 10.
Yeah.
Now
It's a good point.
noon.
We're going to open up at noon.
Yeah.
We're going to open up at noon, and it gives families, or if you're like me, I usually don't stay up past 8 o'clock. So noon is a good time for me to get out there.
Right, and there's something special that happens all day. What is that?
As far as
It used to be like teachers and students, but that's
we
not
did.
something.
They changed that.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entertainment part changed that. Kissel, which is world class.
Yeah.
I say that gold medal standard. I say that all the time. That's why we're doing the student
Armband,
night, the
yeah.
$5 off
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
armband.
Yeah.
So
You had mentioned in the break about your service dog and being in the military, and I when you were going through your story, I was thinking, man, you've got some stories to tell. And so, talk a little bit about the mental health aspect of service members and ex-military guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So I appreciate you bringing this up. It's something that's very important to me.
very
And a lot
important,
of veterans and a lot of the community. I get asked a lot about a Phantom. Phantom is my service dog. He's a German Shepherd. I think a lot of people have met Phantom before, and usually they just say hi, Phantom. They don't even know who I am. But I have a face for radio. He has the face for the studio right here.
right.
But,
I understand.
No, he. So when I got out after 30 years, like many veterans, your mind is racing about 102%. So when I moved to Mentone, I moved there, as I said earlier, because how peaceful this area was and quiet. Well, sometimes when your mind is racing about 102%, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because I was seeing things, threats that actually weren't there. And then as a lot of veterans, and really, let's be honest, PTSD is not just military. It happened. I've seen children with PTSD, and that's why me and Phantom go to talk to so many schools. Your mind starts believing that you're faulty, you're broken, and maybe you've had the best days that you've lived. You're up, and I'll just leave it at that. I think it's something that we need to talk about more. So I went and I sought help, and I shared this story because I was getting excellent help from the Veterans Affairs. They were doing a great job with me. The unfortunate part about it was they were doing all they could, and that was to medicate. And I was up to about 32 pills. Actually, I was up to 30 pills when they offered me another pill to help. And then I had to take another pill on top of that because I was taking the previous pill. We're all old here, so you know when the doctor gives you one, they're like, well, we got to give you this one as well with that one.
Yeah.
So I had enough, and I let the doctor know I had enough because I was slobbering. I wasn't able to speak. I wouldn't have been able to do this right here, just because my mind was functioning at a point where they wanted to reduce my 102%, slow me down a lot. So they said, you ever thought about a service dog? I said, no, I didn't. I didn't believe in service dogs at that time. I said it to anybody.
Wow.
I had all my limbs, and I have buddies that don't have limbs that need service dogs to help them pick up keys and things like that. But, you know, a lot of wounds are invisible. And I don't mind sharing because I'm a very open book about this. So they sent me to go get a service dog or look at it, and when I went to the organization, it's called Warrior Freedom Service Dogs, which is right on the border right here of Alabama and Georgia, in Flintstone, Georgia, actually now in Chattanooga. They moved their kennels there. They give 12 service dogs out to wounded warriors a year, and they told me the dog was going to pick you when I went there. So I didn't believe in service dogs at first. Now these people are telling me a dog's going to pick me, and I looked at them like they were actually the one needing help, not me. So I was able to associate with the dogs for about 3 to 4 months, and Phantom chose me. And it's amazing, and I don't want to tear up right now, but it's amazing how an animal, a highly trained service dog, chooses their individual, and they do it by touch. So I suffer from night terrors, and I'll go into that a little bit, but I had a bad night terror about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. that morning. I was walking Phantom that day at the kennels, and then what he did is he walks on my left-hand side, so he took his right paw, and he pressed it against my left foot, so really, really hard, okay? And he kept nudging me. I mean, very, very hard, and we're in the woods, and I seen a squirrel go by, and I thought, well, he's just clumsy, or he's big, you know, he's a big German Shepherd. And he did it about 10 times. And for those that have horses or have been around horses, you know when a horse looks at you and you see your reflection in their eyes and you believe they see your entire soul. I broke down in tears because I absolutely believe Phantom saw what I saw that night, the night before I went there. I saw that he said, I got you. And I walked down to the trainers and the director at that time, and they were huddled up, and Phantom laid on both of my feet, across my feet, and he looked at the trainers who had been training him for months. He went into the program at 6 weeks old, so these service dogs go in very, very early, and they just said that Phantom claimed you. So, you know, and I saw it happen on 7 other veterans. So I broke down in tears. You know, it's just something that there's this bond that me and him have. Even him not here, I just want to reach to my left and just pet him right now because he's my battle buddy. He saved my life, absolutely saved my life. The service dogs save a lot of lives. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand about service dogs. And, you know, one of the tasks that he's qualified on, he's got 14 tasks that he's qualified on. But when I have a night terror, you know, your breath changes about 30 minutes prior to you having a nightmare or a night terror. Well, when that happens, he smells my breath. German Shepherds are their nose is very, very strong. They say you can drop just a dropper of perfume in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and they can smell it. That's how good their senses are. So he turns the lights on with his nose in our bedroom, and he climbs up in bed, and he holds me down because I love and honor my wife. I have held her down not knowing where I was at the time, and I never want to do that again. And I felt horrible when that day happened. But he stops me from that. So he turns on the lights, crawls up in bed, holds me down, makes sure he licks my face. You know, I know some people are like, oh my God, he's licking, whatever. He wakes me up, right? The only thing I don't have him trained is to turn the lights right back off. So I have to get up and go turn the lights on. But that is one of the service tasks that these highly trained dogs do. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
People, he's not. Yes, I love him as he's a pet. I think all pets are beneficial, right? But this dog is highly trained.
Yeah.
And,
How old is he now?
So he's going on 7 years old. And you'll see him at the fair. He has a little bit of gray on him. But
now, are you allowed to pet him? Or
you are, yeah.
Okay.
Usually with any service dog, I'll tell anybody this.
Just
some
ask?
service that you have to ask. Yeah. Some dogs are finely tuned and they need all attention on their handler at all times. Phantom works on scent a lot, so he's constantly smelling. And then I lost some of my eyesight in my right side. So when people approach me, he kind of turns so he can get pended, so I see someone coming from my right-hand side. But, yeah, you always ask, and Phantom's one of those where I tell everybody, I tell all the kids, all the students that we go to and talk to, that he's going to give you a kiss on the hand when you go to pet him. He's going to either give you a nose or he's going to lick your hand if you had Cheetos or something. Yeah, so he's going to give you a kiss. But, yeah, no, service dogs change veterans' lives.
Yeah.
They're you'll see, if you ever see me around town in DeKalb County, wherever, please stop me. And actually, he just, I told you I received an appointment from the governor with the Alabama Department of Veteran Affairs, and I will tell you, Phantom has a nameplate at the table. So he's actually an honored Alabama.
Got a better seat than you do.
Oh, absolutely.
It's amazing. I mean,
he's a lot smarter than I am.
And his nameplate is shinier than mine, I can tell you that. So, but no, I appreciate you asking that because, I want to tell everybody out there that it's okay to not be okay.
It is, that's right.
But I will tell you, I've worked around teammates all my life. That's all I know. And I continue to work around teammates. And if you ever have a day where you just feel that, things aren't going right. I don't care if you had to clean your room and you really don't want to clean your room, or if it's, maybe there's the worst condition, or you might think that's the worst thing that can ever happen to you. Talk to someone. I don't care if it's your teachers. I don't care if it's your cousins. I don't care if it's grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, whoever it might be. I don't care if it's me. Pull me aside if you see me. I don't think we talk about it enough, and I think far too many are thinking it's their last day. And commit to it. And that goes from our youth all the way, up to anybody. So if you're having a bad day, please, you heard it right from me. It's okay not to be okay. And please speak up. Just because I guarantee you, you're not the only one that's ever experienced that.
That's right.
And that's the crazy part about it. Your mind tells you you are. So.
Man, thank you so much. It was such an honor to have you with us. I'm glad we finally got to meet.
Absolutely, sir. I hope you come back.
Absolutely. So we'll be right back. Thank you, Eric Dudash, and we'll have more lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
Let's face it, nobody likes to close their pool. But if it must be done, and it must, get it done by the professionals at Rawson Pools, LLC. With more than 40 years of experience on their team, Rawson Pools can not only make the area safe for the winter, they can also protect your pool, plumbing system, and filtration equipment. So call Rawson Pools at 256-638-5804 to make sure your pool is protected this winter so you can enjoy it again next summer. Rawson Pools, LLC, the pool professionals.
This is Chris Sturra, the voice of the Fort Payne Wildcats. You're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve. I'd love to join them, but some of us have real jobs to get to.
Get your Christmas shopping done early this year at Tracy's. More than a flower shop, Tracy's carries cute and thoughtful gift ideas for the whole family. Come in Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon, or check out Tracy's new website at Tracy's LLC and call to make your order. Delivery is available. Follow their Facebook page to stay current as new items will be arriving throughout the season. Tracy's Florist is located on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Tracy's, your local flower shop for every occasion.
Are we coming back?
We are back.
Oh, that's why we're here now.
Yes, we're back.
Crap. Let's talk real quick.
Well, welcome back. It's like welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back.
While Bryan takes a little snack break.
Sorry about that.
We're back.
When the
We're
music
back.
is
What
playing.
a great guest we
That
just
was
had.
that was fantastic. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Tried to get me a quick snack in, didn't work. Segment sponsor. Let me see who it is. It is Fort Payne Improvement Authority. You want to play the clip from Mike?
Oh my goodness!
Shirey?
Michael Byron Shirey?
When I can find it, hold on one second. Y'all talk for a second.
Okay. I do want to mention that, tell me when you get it, Sydney, pull the fly in on the other one with the FPTV promo. So you guys look here on our FP, if you go to FP Wildcat Productions, That's FPTV. You'll see Lunch with Bryan and Steve there. That's also got a lot of content from our students on it. So if you go subscribe to our channel, the FP Wildcat Productions, that'd be great. That helps get our kids out there. And we also have Instagram, FPTV_Wildcat Productions. We've got lots of content out there where we promote stuff that students are doing. So on FPTV, we'd love to have you. So anyway, we ready now?
We're
Fly
ready.
that one out,
You
Sydney,
ready?
and put FPIA up. And here's Mike Shirey with Fort Payne
brings with
Improvement
it
Authority.
The excitement of cooler temperatures in football and reminds us that winter will be here before you know it. Your friends at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority want to remind you that you can help conserve electricity and save money with just a few energy-saving ideas. Using LED lights and Energy Star rated appliances will help reduce your energy consumption. Remember to turn the lights off when you're not using them. Heating your home accounts for up to 50% of your energy bill. Every degree that you set your thermostat lower in the winter can save you 3% on your heating costs. We recommend you set your thermostat to 68 degrees. FPIA would also like to remind everyone to be safe when heating their home. Make sure fireplaces are clean and ready for use, and always make sure space heaters are not left close to furniture or other combustible materials. Our team at the Fort Payne Improvement Authority wishes your team the very best this season, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve Fort Payne and the surrounding community.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
So
Thank
what
you.
was that? You save. What temperature should we keep our house at? Did you
It
catch?
said 68. I guess
68.
you meant in the wintertime.
Okay. At my time in life, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I think I can handle it.
Are you there already?
I'm getting there.
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
it's.
There were signs.
Steve goes, you think?
At 10:55 every Thursday.
What was that I sent? And I was like, "Is this me?"
Don't do that.
I don't remember.
So,
No, that wasn't you.
no, that wasn't. Okay. That was so fun talking. I've heard several times, you got to meet Eric Dudash. You got to meet Eric Dudash. You got to meet Eric Dudash. I'm like, okay,
They
okay.
were right.
They were right. It was fantastic. So great interview. For those of you that missed it, you'll have to go back to the archives and check it out. So, Steve, you want to go ahead and give a DK8 update? There hadn't been any rain, has there?
Yeah, we're still at 0.31 inches, but it's supposed to be stormy Sunday. So
It rained in D.C. while we were there
Did
for a
it?
little bit. Yeah, that was kind of inconvenient at times when you're out in the public and it's just
Pouring
it
down
was that-
rain?
No,
That
it was
just
that drizzle,
drizzle?
that kind of miserable drizzle, windy.
miserable drizzle.
Yeah,
That's
just, yeah, no fun. So anyway, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's a nor'easter coming up through there.
Yeah, that's what I found that out. But it was
When
not
you
enough
walked
that
in.
it kept us from doing some of the stuff. We went to the Spy Museum, which was
what?
really, the Spy Museum.
Cool.
I thought it was cool. The kids were kind of in and out pretty quick,
Not
so
as much.
Oh, really?
they were. I got to. Claire took the kids, and I got to linger around there and study all the different things. It was really interesting.
I thought of you when I saw this, a surprise fact that you might not be aware of.
Okay.
A fossil crab named Costacopluma nixavani, or the Saban crab,
What?
was named after legendary football coach Nick Saban to honor his achievements and his work at the University of Alabama and his foundation.
Oh my gosh.
This 65-million-year-old fossil, I never believed that. Well, the world's not even that old. But the 65-million-year-old fossil was discovered by University of Alabama researchers in Lowndes County, Alabama.
Oh, of course.
So that's
yeah.
Costacopluma nixabani. I'm not making this up.
The stereotypes are true. They are true. That's why they're stereotypes, because it works. I'll tell you what, by golly.
We're going to name this nixabani.
That thing right there. What, come up with a name, Steve. What are you going to call him? Well, Nixabania.
I don't know where they got the Costacopluma, but nixabani. Roll Tide, buddy.
That's fantastic.
See, it's now in my life when I see something like that, I wonder how Brian's going to react.
There was a day that it would make me upset. It doesn't make me upset anymore. I mean, he is the GOAT. I mean, he is fantastic. I mean, and he's likable, even if you're an Auburn fan. You hate him, because of what he's done to your team, decimated your team, but he demands a lot of respect.
There could be a Bruce Pearl someday.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Pearlanium.
Yeah. Or Stephen Pearl or whatever.
Maybe. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, they played last night.
Did they?
Auburn and Oklahoma State played
I missed that.
an exhibition.
How did I miss that?
In
I guess I was coming back from.
Went in overtime.
Did it really? Did they win?
Oklahoma State did.
Did they? Oh,
Really?
man. Here we go.
Golly.
Here we go.
In exhibitions, you play everybody.
A win's a win, a loss is a loss.
Well, no, this exhibition doesn't count.
Says the Alabama fan in the room.
Right.
Now, would it tear me up? Yes.
Now, Bama wouldn't do that, but it's okay if Auburn does.
When I see a weather map and the temperature's higher in Auburn and Alabama, it makes me mad. I don't want a number higher in Auburn than in Tuscaloosa. but I need counts.
Maybe Eric can help you with that.
Yeah. I say, hey, Eric, who's going to win the Army-Navy game, buddy? He'll say, I don't care, I was in the Air Force.
Oh, so my trip to Washington, lots of bicycles. Hey, lots of bicycles everywhere. And there's some gutsy people out there. And they've got those motorized scooters.
Yeah, that was a picture of that in one of your...
Yeah, those
was that the Potomac or the...
That was... No, that was kind of a little...
Wasn't the reflecting pool, was it?
No, it is... I'm trying to think.
That's not the Potomac?
It's kind of isolated. That little pond, I don't think is the I think it's it may be, the Potomac may be this way.
Is it Jefferson Davis?
What
What is that dome? What's the dome right there?
That's the Jefferson Memorial.
Jefferson, yeah. That's what I thought.
So you're working your way around. National Mall's up here and Lincoln's up here. So I think this is, I don't think this is tied to Potomac, although I'm sure it's the same water.
What's that across the street from Monticello?
This way or that way?
That big building right there.
The flat one? Nobody knows on the radio what we're talking about.
That's the Smithsonian right there.
Okay.
That may be the USDA or one of those other departments.
Commerce,
maybe?
They caused me a lot of paperwork during my church work.
Do they? The USDA?
USDA,
yeah. There's a lot of paperwork up there. My kids are like, Daddy, there's a lot of money spent up here. I said, yeah, welcome to the Republican Party. Let's chill out on some of that if we could. That'd be nice.
We're trying to.
Does it have to be that big?
Can't protect the borders for free.
So I've also noticed, here's another thing that I noticed about Washington. If you take a person, a disheveled individual sitting on a sidewalk, and they're talking to themselves, what is your first response going to be, Steve?
The schizophrenia kicked in.
There's something off right there.
Yeah.
You take another person having the same exact conversation, put them in Reagan Airport in a suit and tie, what do you think?
He's a congressman?
What are they doing? Talking by themselves to nobody.
Practicing a speech or something?
Nope, they're on a Bluetooth talking.
Oh, okay.
You could literally in Washington, D.C. walk 10 steps and see somebody that looks like they're talking to themselves because they're crazy, and somebody looks like they're talking to themselves because they're on a Bluetooth talking to somebody else on the other line.
Oh, okay.
And they look exactly the same. Because there was one time it was close. There was one time it was close. You're like, and you couldn't figure it out. I was like, are they? Which one is that? So that was fascinating to me that you had.
I only
both.
talk to myself when I'm alone. I don't like for people to know.
Do you really know if you're alone?
Well, I'm never really alone.
Yeah, it was fascinating. And then also went to church. Sydney and I went to church. I want to talk about this for just a second. I know this is going to make Holly's world light up. This is her favorite thing in the world to talk about is theology. So there is a famous church there, and I listen to a lot of stuff because I'm in the ministry. Listen to a lot of different types of interviews and talks and peoples and preachers and things like this. So this guy's name's Mark Devers. This is Capitol Hill Baptist Church in Washington, D.C.
I imagined it much bigger.
Yeah, it's not a very big church. I think the service was about 500 people maybe.
Okay.
Ish. So here's a couple of things.
Balcony
So here, this is unique in how their presentation. I got to do this quick because we got to go to another break.
Yeah, it's okay. We went over it last time.
Okay, so they're Baptist, but they're what we call Reformed Baptists. In other words, they're more Calvinistic, probably very Calvinistic, but it's going to have a lot more of a Presbyterian vibe to the service. First service was 2 hours, like solid 2 hours. Mm-hmm. All right, they did 3 songs at the beginning, and they're all hymns. But the very last song was a Getty song. Yeah. But everything else was hymns.
Which is usually a hymn anyway.
Old familiar hymns that you would all recognize. They do all the verses. They don't skip a verse. They don't have, like this is a pretty well-known church. And that guy up there in the corner, there's the guitar player. They had a second guitar player and they had a piano player. 5 vocalists, that's it. Nothing else. Everybody in the church sings.
Love it.
Everybody. Like you can't turn around and find somebody not singing. So the whole auditorium is filled with singing. Last verse is a cappella every time.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I need to make that suggestion.
The worship leader, I even noticed stuff like this. This is how a worship leader leads. So, and they only do, so you want to get this, Steve, but this is how worship leaders work. They'll do, at the end of a verse or at the end of a chorus, it is whatever the root note is. If you're playing it in G, they're going to go G for a measure, G suspended for a measure, start the next verse. So it's no like the Ronnie Campbell, like running up that thing on the pipe organ. That ain't happening.
You got time to swallow, breathe, and go again.
Swallow and breathe, and then the worship leader does this to cue that it's time to start singing. He'll go. He'll take a big deep breath, and then that means here we go, sing, and so we all start singing again.
That's great.
Like he went all Methodist on them and sitting in the back.
No, we sat right.
He just took a picture so he could send it. Yeah,
I just took a picture of it. No, I wasn't sitting in the back, but and then so they do 3 songs. They do like a prayer of confession, 3 songs, a reading from like a Ligonier.
Okay.
It was a Ligonier reading of the day.
Interesting, because since they're Presbyterian.
Yes, and then it was long, and everything was. I mean, it was so.
But
precise.
Deep, right?
It was precise and precision. It was good. It was good. It was very, very biblical.
Well, if it's 2 hours, how long was the sermon?
It was about 40 minutes. It was long.
Have you ever read his book, 9 Marks?
I've heard
9 Marks
of it.
of
I'm
a Healthy
very familiar
Church?
with it.
Yeah, it would be very instructive.
I would call it precise. Like
Yes.
it was done with precision. It was very interesting.
Very orderly. Paul would love it.
Very orderly. Holly would have teared up.
Yeah.
Like she would have probably
I'd have been like,
there and said, Jamie, we got to figure out a way to move to Washington.
I know.
So I can go to
Well,
this church.
we did live in Washington for a time, but that was. I'm trying to think. Was I Calvinistic at that time? I don't remember. I think I was about to become.
You were predestined to be. Whether you
I was
were.
absolutely predestined to be Calvinistic.
Just a matter of time.
We got to go to break.
All right, we got to go
boys.
to break. We'll be right back. We got Coach Elmore in studio. We'll be right back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
DeKalb Fix-It Appliance Warehouse is a mouthful, so Terry and Bobby have decided to drop the fix-it and focus on giving you the best prices on new appliances. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, Amana, LG, Samsung, GE, and more. Up to 75% off retail priced on new scratched and dent appliances. And as your Electrolux and Frigidaire dealer, DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is passing on more savings to you with even more new in-box selections. Need a refrigerator? Come in today and shop our overstocked warehouse. You will not get a better deal anywhere. We guarantee to match or beat any price. In-house service available to all as well. DeKalb Appliance Warehouse is open weekdays 9 to 5, Wednesdays and Saturdays 9 to noon. Airport Road in Fort Payne. Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Segment sponsor for this segment is Southern Properties Agency. When you're buying or selling your home, you'll want the experience, professionalism, and integrity for which Southern Properties Agency in Fort Payne is known. Call 256-845-6000 to achieve your best possible results. Southern Properties Agency, Inc., thorough, trustworthy, experienced real estate professionals since 1992. Thank you, Glenn Horton and everybody at Southern Properties for sponsoring Lunch with Bryan and Steve. You'll see their logo up there in the corner. And we've got the Coach Elmore time with us on Lunch with
The Coach Elmore.
The Coach Elmore. So this, I asked him if he'd come by because we can be a little bit more informal than we are on Cat Chat, because that's more, you know. I just wanted to kind of cut up.
That's formal?
Yeah, well, I don't know why it's
Do you wear a tie?
Yeah.
So this was my first thought. This was my thought. And since this is all Fort Payne, hopefully this won't get down to gas anyway. That win Friday night is the kind that could get a coach fired. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, I
y'all.
don't think they were real happy over there. That's what I could tell. It was a quiet crowd for them too. If you noticed,
it was.
So, I mean,
we were doing all the yelling on.
God, it didn't seem
PA
quiet
was
to
not
me.
quiet, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it wasn't quiet to us.
Did you have? I mean, do you have any inkling? If you have any inkling that was coming? I mean, y'all.
I thought we were capable of it. You know, I may have told y'all this story. I'm getting where I repeat myself, so I apologize.
Wait till you get 66.
But I know. I think I told QSB this story when they called that night. I was at a deal back in November, right after the season, maybe December. I can't remember. And a guy in the community came up to me, and he was being nice, but his first words to me were, "Man, it must be terrible to have your job right now." And of course, I didn't know what to say because I thought, man, we just went 10-3. I thought we did okay. I was kind of a little taken aback. And he said, "No, I mean, how are you going to replace all those? I mean, you got no chance of replacing all those guys you lost." And I, of course, my reaction was what it should be. I said, "Look, unbelievable class we had last year. Great group of kids. Never forget them. Super competitors. Did everything the way you wanted to do." But I just told him, I said, we're going to do what we always do, and we're going to go back to work when that time comes, and this next group will go in there, and they'll do the best they can, and it's like we said a couple weeks ago when Dad was on the show, man, we're going to do all we can do, and we hope that's enough, and we'll just see what happens. But I thought we could have a good team, but you know, all the things had to fall into place, and you know, we had to make the plays when we had to make them, and of course we've had it's been a tough year, tougher this year really probably than last year with some of the injuries we've had, and so. But we've been able to the kids have stepped into the new roles they've been given, and the coach has done a great job. And I can't say enough about our assistant coaches. Just do it, and that sounds like lip service, like I'm just trying. But they really, I mean,
they teach the game.
They teach the game, and I'm, you know, obviously I plan out the practices and tell them what we want to do. But they just do it. We don't have. You know, you go to some high schools and you might have two coaches coaching and everybody else standing there and watching, but that's just not the way it is at our practices. Everybody's coaching, everybody's engaged, and that makes a big difference. And our kids have now, you know, developed a confidence about them that they expect to win. And you know, whether or not we win another game, who knows? But our kids believe they can win, and I think that goes a long way when you go into that environment. Is you believe you can win, and I think that's kind of what helped us get over the top.
Yeah. You want to ask anything, Steve?
My junior year, I played free safety, and I was just wondering who. I got 3 plays left in me.
I was going to play free safety this week because Colin Pugh's
that's
out.
what I used to play too, but I'm not available at all.
So they had to put the good-looking ones there.
Yeah, I would not be the guy. Well, it's going to be like Braden Dobbs will be called upon more, and you know we'll shuffle some things around, and our coaches do a great job of trying to put our players in a position to succeed, and guys that have certain strengths or certain weaknesses, we're trying to make sure we, you know, put them in a spot that they can succeed, not put them in spots that they can't succeed. Mm-hmm. And that's what we'll continue to do, and we'll have some different guys that have to step up in some different roles. And hate it for Colin Pugh, but it's just it's become, you know, definitely not the expectation, but we understand it's part of the game, and not something we enjoy. It's the least favorite part of it, but it is part of what happens.
So you got a broken bone?
Yeah, basically the same injury that Carter Blaylock had 2 years ago in that Mortimer Jordan game, just a break in the not the weight bearing part. What is it? The fibula or the tibia? I think it's the fibia. So they had to have surgery to put a plate on it. And, I mean, he'll end up being fine, just like Carter was, but obviously out for the year.
Did you feel? I couldn't, and I said this on the radio, I couldn't get a feel for what they were trying to do offensively against our defense. Did y'all have a sense that was there, because it seemed kind of, I don't say backyard, but that didn't seem like there was
There was one play that was backyard.
The last play was. Well, we said all week we felt they were going to try to turn it into a flag football game. And
they went 5 wide almost exclusively.
That's what they've done all year. And, they told me in the pregame, I was talking to them, we were talking about that, and they were talking about how they just didn't have any running backs, that everybody's a receiver. And, of course, my thought at the time was, I think I could make a couple of those guys running backs. But
pitch it through them, hit the corner.
We did think we had an advantage with our defensive line and their offensive line. We thought that was an advantage, and we were hoping that would be true, and it turned out to be pretty true. And I think they knew that too. So they knew that they needed to get the ball on the perimeter the best thing. And of course, the most interesting thing to the game to me was they threw it out there on the perimeter early, and we missed the tackle, and they go 60 yards. I don't know if they ever did that again the rest of the night. I don't know if they ever. Now we helped, but we got different alignments and different coverages and things like that. But to me, they were trying to get the ball to their guys in space and see if we could tackle them. But we did a good job of giving that quarterback some different looks and different coverages. And I don't know that we were necessarily completely covering them the whole time, but we were taking away that first read, and then by the time he was getting to his second and third read, we were getting pressure there with the guys, and that ended up being the difference in the game.
Did they throw to Ryan Gibson the whole game? I know he made some good defensive plays, but
no,
usually
they did.
If Alabama offers you,
of course, we were making sure we had we knew when he came in the game, and of course number 2 and number 11 were their primary 2 guys. We were trying to take them away. Of course, 11's the one that made the big play early in the game, and 2 had a big run later on. But, there was just so many times in that game where it looked like they were about to have a big play, and our guys just made a play, And, Noah McKeon made a play one time, and they threw it over to number 2, and he tackled him in open space. And I showed on Cat Chat where they threw a tunnel screen, and that's a play that's been successful for them a lot over the years against us. And Mason Chandler did a good job of retracing on the screen like he's coached to do. And J.P. Buffington was in the area to get 2-on-1 there. We made a tackle in open space there. So it was just that at any moment they can. And that's what somebody asked me about the play you're talking about there at the end. So why would they do that? I said, well, they're down 2 scores. I think they were thinking, let's get some big play right here and then get an onside kick and have a chance to win the game. And I think in their mind, if you look at that play on film, if they had thrown it one more time, I think they had something set up over there. But I don't know if we just had a guy in the way that they didn't trust it or whatever. But that was kind of the theme of the game, was get the ball in space and take our defensive line versus their offensive line out of the equation. Yeah. And we did a good enough job covering them to not allow that to happen. So.
Did you have to do any adjustments? I mean, it looked like when you're we talked about this earlier, when your offensive line and your defensive line are controlling the line of scrimmage, ain't a whole lot to adjust. I mean, you bring more down, which they did. Yeah. They ended up stacking that box up with almost 10 players at
goal line defense.
Yeah. They really did. They got in the goal line defense second half. And I told our kids, I didn't help us.
They had 12 out there a couple of
times.
Yeah,
they did. They did.
That's that 6'6" defense.
Yeah, and that hurt us. Tough. That actually hurt us because I think we had the play, and they blew the whistle for 12 men on the field. I think we showed just enough of the play that I think they knew it was coming, and they covered it better the second time. I think it was going to be more open the time they had 12 on the field. So I wish they'd let them play with 12. But they
just not declining.
Yeah. Let's let it go. But I thought adjustments. No, I mean we came at halftime and said, what we can't do is be satisfied at this point. I told our kids, I did not help us in the second half with play calls, but also, like I told you earlier, I felt like we're up 3 scores. I felt like the only way they beat us is if we throw an interception or get sacked and fumble or do something on special teams to get beat. And if we can just keep the ball, run some clock, be good in special teams, we can shorten this game down. And that probably was the conservative side of me coming out, but it's also a deal where, hey, you're up 17, you don't want to do anything to get them back in the game.
So looking at this horrible idea. Bryan shouldn't do this. Don't do it. But looking out ahead and who we match up again, first round, second round, what does it look like, comparatively maybe to last year?
Well, the biggest thing about if we can win the region, which we've still got work
Yep,
to do.
we hadn't won the
obviously.
region. Let's get that out there.
We got to win the region, but assuming we can win the region, the advantage of being 1 over 2 is the first round game is going to be difficult either way. It was either going to be Athens at home if you're 1, looks like anyway, unless something crazy happens in that region, or Jasper at home if you're number 2. Both of those would have been, they're going to be tremendous challenges regardless. So it's going to be like last year with the Pell City. It's going to be a tough first round game. You're just not going to get a game.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're going to just roll out there and win by 5 touchdowns. That's just not going to happen anymore.
So we crossed a different region this year.
A different region. It's the Athens, Muscle Shoals, Hartselle, and Jasper region. The advantage of being number 1 is you avoid going to Clay Chalkville round 2.
Oh,
so that part's better. No matter.
So,
oh God!
There's your inspiration against Hazel Green. Hazel Green.
So no matter who we end up with, if we were to win the first, we got to win the first round. No matter who we end up with,
it won't be Clay
Chalkville.
So it's scary when you say it.
It increases your odds of hosting a second round game too. If you're 1, it's not guaranteed, but if you're 1, you got a much better chance of hosting a second round game. It would be probably if we could win a first round game, it would probably be
if we win the region. And if we win the first round game,
Clay Chalkville's in the SEC.
It would be. It'd probably either a Mountain Brook or an Oxford at home. That's probably what it'd be.
Okay.
I know it's Oxford's 4-3. Which is not.
Yeah. Every year's different, and at the end of the day, we're not the same team we were last year, and we know that. But some of these other teams aren't either.
Yeah,
I think Gadsden's not quite as good as they were last year, and so
I wouldn't.
Some people would have bet Clay Chalk was a lot better. Clay Chalk got put out in the second round last year. Well, they're much better this year, and I think Alabama might could beat them, maybe be close probably.
They'd give up a big run.
But Auburn and them would probably go down the wire. But,
probably would.
But other than that, they're probably the best team in the state because nobody's checked them at all.
Well, they've beaten. Did they beat Thompson?
They beat everybody. They beat Thompson.
Yes, they have.
They beat everybody. Yeah. They're good.
We wanted to come in and talk a little bit of the other stuff out there too, because you deserve credit for, and I know you'll deflect it to your assistant coaches, which is the right thing to do. But congratulations, it's a big win, and you should. I mean, if you got to be miserable when you lose, why don't you be happy when you win?
You should. And we were very happy. Some of the assistant coaches have been going to Waffle House at 2 a.m. and after we meet or whatever, and they said something about Waffle House. I said, I'll tell you what, anybody wants to go tonight, I'll go, and I'm buying. So we about 8 of us went to Waffle House about 1 a.m. and tried to enjoy it because it's a big win, and it's just I told our kids to answer that man's question back last year about being a terrible job. I told them after the game, I said the answer to that question is no. I got the best job in the world because I'm at a place where kids will just keep showing up and keep trying to get better and keep trying to improve, and we find a way to kind of put some pieces together and put a pretty good product on the field by the fact that our kids are resilient, tough, coachable, all those things that you can list, and it goes back to them. And our assistant coaches do a great job, like I said earlier, but I've heard my dad say this a million times. I can do the best job in the world, but if you don't have players that can make plays, you're not winning games.
Yeah.
And our players have made plays when they need to make them, and it doesn't matter how good your scheme is if you don't have players that can execute the scheme, and those guys have done that. So it's been fun to watch them play for sure.
Well, congratulations.
Has Hazel Green contacted you about their own?
I have not.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, and congratulations. And everybody be out there tomorrow night to watch Fort Payne take on Hazel Green. And so it's Coach Elmore. We'll be right back. We got one more segment with Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
My Supply is my hometown hardware store. At My Supply, I never have to wander aimlessly around the store looking for what I need. I know that when I walk through the door, I'm going to be greeted by a person and helped right away. So whether you're looking for plumbing, electrical, hand or power tools, welding supplies, standard or metric fasteners, or anything else to help with your home projects and repairs, shop My Supply on Godfrey Avenue in Northeast Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. My Supply, your hometown hardware store.
Do you need to declutter? Wish you could free up some valuable space at work or home? Hillier Mini Storage has climate control units available, and all their units are gated for maximum protection. You can also store your stuff at home with their Max Steel storage buildings for sale. Just come by Hillier Mini Storage on Galt Avenue in North Fort Payne. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 4. And while you're there, be sure to check out play sets for the kids. Store your stuff with Hillier Mini Storage.
You're hot.
All right, we're back. Lunch with Bryan and Steve. Segment sponsor for this segment is Northcote Real Estate. Hey, guys, we have got a house for sale. Holly, answer that phone. Northcote Real Estate, if you'll check in with my wife, Claire, we've got a house down on near City Hall that it needs to sell. So we would love to sell that house to you. It's really nice, brand new, brand spanking new, 1,400 square feet, 1,100 square feet, something like that. I don't know. Check it with Claire. But it's a fantastic house. We would love for you guys to check that out. Lunch with Bryan and Steve is sponsored by Northcote Real Estate. So, Steve, we've got just a few minutes for you. Got to take off. Steve's got to leave a little bit early, programming note.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So,
where are you going? Thought you were going to help me pack up.
If you want to start now.
I'm just kidding.
What do you got for us, Steve?
Let's see. This is day 289. There's 76 remaining, and there's 70 days till Christmas.
Golly, it's almost Christmas.
Wow. Sunrise 6:49, sunset 6:06. Let's see. Birthdays, in 1946, Suzanne Summers was born, and she died in 2023.
Yeah, I was going to say that was pretty recent.
Yeah. You remember, if you ever watched the Braves, Leo Mazzoni, their pitching
Yeah,
coach,
yeah.
that always dropped back.
Yeah.
He was born this day in 1948.
Is that right? Is he still around?
He's still around.
Okay.
This is World Food Day, so let's go eat.
Let's go eat.
No fasting allowed today on World Food Day.
World Food Day.
It's National Liquor Day.
So let's, oh wait, never mind.
Liqueur. Okay.
Liquor Day.
It's not as exciting as I thought there. Okay.
Steve. Oh, my word.
Well, it's good you're about to leave.
And on a more boring note, it's National Dictionary Day.
That's real boring.
National Bosses Day. And National Get Smart About Credit Day. That should be every day, I guess.
Yeah.
Is Dave Ramsey sponsoring that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to think what else speaking of people who talk to themselves, do you have anything else before we go?
Oh, you go ahead. The Mark Sanchez thing we talked about last week.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You told me
Where
this.
he was in he was in the hospital and he got arrested in
Yeah.
some kind of brawl in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It was the same motel Mark was staying in. And he was at the same time, and Mark said, I wonder what's going on down there in the alley. And
Wow.
Mark was there with his son Robert to drive at the Indianapolis 500.
That's
Huh.
cool.
And they both, they
did they-
teach you how to drive.
You
and
drive the
do it
car
safe.
yourself.
Yeah. So you got up to 150. Boy.
Ooh.
I bet that felt weird.
Scary.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's more adventuresome than I am.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'd care
You know,
to
we
do
went.
that.
We were down in the Georgetown area. Sydney wanted to go shopping, and so I took the boys so that Sydney and my wife could go. Claire could go check out
Shopping?
the stores. We walked by, and there was this Tesla place, a storefront Tesla. Had a Cybertruck in it. Had the robot in it. Went inside, and they, you could just walk around and look at stuff. They showed some of the product engineering, some of the batteries, the lithium batteries, and all this stuff. The guy goes, "You want to go for a test drive?" I'm like, "Well, yes, I do." And so he said, "Well, you can drive it, or I can, whatever you want to do." I said, "Well, won't you drive it since you know the car better than me? So I'll just sit in the passenger seat." And we got up on the freeway, so it was over. We actually crossed the bridge into Arlington, and man, have you ever been in one of them?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in one of them with somebody
Punching it?
punching it?
Yes.
Hey, that'll pull some G's.
It looks like a stealth bomber.
It is.
Yeah.
Like there's cars that will go fast, and this thing has got some get up.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, "Boys, put your head back on the headrest." Yeah, because it'll snap you back when you gun it, man.
Yeah.
And they're bulletproof.
Yeah.
Well,
this
That
was-
look
the
it at
Cybertruck
least. I was going to say
This
it
was
looks
just
it.
this was just a Tesla. This wasn't the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
But It was, man, those things are fast.
How much are they?
They,
Too much.
the sedans, the kind of the standard basic Tesla low end is 36.
Oh, well,
That's
that's
not
not too bad.
No.
I mean, in today's market,
Yeah, but now they're going to get up. You can get up to $250,000 on some of them.
it's crazy.
I tend toward the 36,000.
Yeah.
That's all I can do, get a new Ram truck.
But they are nice, and they do. He's got his set. He showed us his in the parking lot when we were coming back in. You know, they can do like the different sounds that they'll make, and they're different settings. So it's very much like a computer where you can go in and change the screen. You can change your wallpaper. You can change your login. You can change the feel, the aura of the machine.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that with the car too.
Really?
So he's got his set to Tron. So it's got red lights and
Yeah.
when he
that's
turns it off
cool.
and gets out,
That's cool.
and then when he's on the GPS, it's the little Tron bike
Yeah.
that's driving around. So
Does the horn
Our
change?
toys.
Does the horn? Can you change the? You
yeah,
know, like
oh, yeah,
get
you
out of
can
my
do it.
way.
You can do
make
all
it
those
say
kinds of
something?
things. This guy, he let us see the light show. Have you ever seen him do a light show?
No.
Where the car will open and close doors and lights come on everywhere and it's playing music. It's like just a little
So
firecracker.
pointless.
I think something was wrong with it.
It's wigging out.
It's a whole different world with that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was really cool. So you got to head out?
Got to head out.
All right, well, man. Well, tell Martha we said hello.
I'll tell Martha.
I'm just kidding. The whole time Martha's been sitting here watching the show. How do we do? Great. You like the show? Oh, wow. Well,
She's so sweet. You want to go to commercial while he leaves, and then we'll come
yeah,
back
we'll
and
go to
close it out?
commercial, and then Holly and I will
Last
close it out.
segment be the best ever.
It'll be the best ever. So everybody will have so many views from this. All right, Steve's going to get out of here. I'm going to wrap us up when we get back with more Lunch with Bryan and Steve right after this.
So long. Cheers. Adios. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you.
More and more people are saying goodbye to pests with Safe Solutions Plus LLC. And it's no wonder with their top-notch customer service, quality products, and lower prices. And now with their new website, it's never been easier to manage your pest control service with Safe Solutions Plus. Just visit sspestandtermite.com to view your billing details, make payments online, and review past services. Family-owned and operated, Safe Solutions Plus is located at 934 Main Street West in Rainsville. Call 256-638-7378. Safe Solutions Plus, protecting homes and businesses one solution at a time.
Okay then. Bye.
This is Robbie Coker with McNeese State Basketball, and you're listening to Lunch with Bryan and Steve on WZOB. Go Pokes.
Stop treating your home like a storage bin. Make room for living with Wilson Storage. No matter the need or budget, Wilson Storage has the solution for you. They have gated standard units and climate control units. They have security cameras, alarms on every door, and 24-hour access. You can even rent or pay your bill online. Just go to wilsonstorage.com or call 256-845-1530. Wilson Storage is family-owned and been serving our community since 1988. Wilson Storage in Fort Payne.
All right, we're back. As Green Day said, I'm all by myself. At Lunch with Bryan and Steve. It's actually just Lunch with Bryan right now, and Holly. So
I didn't quite
for that
have
matter,
that
it's past
same-
lunch. So.
It is, yeah.
All right, so we had Eric Dudash on the show today. Got a lot of information. Don't forget the fair doesn't start Monday. It starts Tuesday. Lots of wristbands available, discounts available. You can probably go check it out at DeKalbCountyVFWFair.com. Thank you, Eric, for being on the show. Thanks for Coach Elmore stopping by. Talking a little Gadsden City game. The Fort Payne team's looking really, really strong right now, and excited to see what the future holds for this football team and as we move towards the playoffs. So next week, Holly, do we have nailed down our guest next week? Is that firmed up or
I thought it was Riker.
Riker Engel,
Ingles?
the Engel family?
I mean, not
Riker
Engel. Yeah, and, maybe Gerald.
Maybe Gerald. So we're working
Crystal.
on that to firm that up. We'll double check that, but
Yeah.
we'll have a guest next week of some sort. So.
Oh man, this is gonna mess up our promo. It's just gonna be you.
That's true. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
And put a picture of Steve on the screen behind me, and we'll talk about it like that. So anyway, that was about it. Do you got anything on the table for you to talk about? Just me and you down here.
No, y'all don't want to know what the most exciting thing is the yard rolling, and I'm done with that. So we got to go clean that up this afternoon or sometime this weekend.
That'll be a blast. So
Yeah.
is it students that your son knows? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's the same group.
It's endearing, right? It's
It's
a love.
Is it really? My husband doesn't feel that.
He didn't feel the love from it?
He does not feel the love. That's what I'm saying. You got to make sure. I mean, some people just, it's just fun and they laugh, but some people don't. And
Yeah.
Y'all got to know that.
Well, it's
so.
a hassle. You got you a project now. What they put in your yard was a project.
It was that we didn't need.
That you didn't ask for.
Because we got plenty to do. Anyway. So.
Speaking of, our house is a project right now. We're getting a lot of things. Adding a bedroom upstairs and all kinds of fun stuff. So.
That is fun.
Anyway, we thank you guys for listening or watching Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We really appreciate our audience and hope this is meeting a need in the community. We're trying to do the best we can to provide a quality show. We thank Jesus for everything he's done for us, and we're trying to give back to him just a small portion of everything he's done for us. So thankful for the Lord. And we'll see you guys next week with some kind of guest on Lunch with Bryan and Steve. We'll see you guys later.